What's up, guys? Welcome back to another MCOC Alliance War, and we are taking on the Gold Squad for the fourth time. Second time in the new setup. We did 2 times in the old setup. So up first, getting kind of impatient, so just go ahead and take Storm with the node up. Plus, you know, I know it was Storm, can easily bait out her first special. She does have Strike Back. That's from the linked node, but I'm not worried about that either because can easily evade both specials. So I go straight to, I go to 3 bars of power, building up my cosmic charges, evade that first special, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do I trigger regen for this fight? I think I do. I think I go ahead and trigger regen. Maybe? I'm not sure. I can't remember. This was a few days ago. So, yeah, there we go. Trying to get some distance. And there you go. Trigger that regen. So now I'm going to bring it back almost to full health. That's why this fight took so long. It could have been over much quicker, but yeah, I wanted to get as much health as possible because I'm planning on using Hyperion for what is the fight? The All or Nothing node. So you'll see that here in a couple of minutes. But I could actually fired off the the third special to end the fight, but figured it'd be faster to end it with the combo. So up next we have Magik, and I'm going to bring in Dormammu for this fight and play it slow at the beginning. Try not to evade. You see I get the heavy attack in, and now I want to do some couple of medium combos. Try to get that up there, and now I shouldn't have. I should have just did a couple of taps and then waited till I got 2 bars of power and fired it off. Got the power drain as well, but say go ahead and fire it off. So no power drain. Fire off the heavy attack. Could have fired off the heavy attack again there to do it again, but I knew she didn't have too much health after that. So once I got that power lock on her, then I just went all out and finished her off. So here the plan is get to 1 bar of power. When he dashes back and holds block, I'm gonna dash back and fire off my first special. So that was the plan. Ended up getting clipped right there. Luckily he only did 2 hits. So I'm at 1 bar of power. He's not dashing back, so fire off the first special before I get to 2 bars. I saw him dash back, but he dashed right back in, so come on, getting cornered. Alright, just fired that off. He evaded that, so didn't get the incinerate. Went ahead and did the heavy attack. I don't like to do that against champs that evade because you know, they can evade and you can they come right back. But man, he's just not dashing back to block. He's just one of the few times where he's super aggressive. I hate fighting him when he's like this. He's just really aggressive, and looking at him, I know that I'm going to be able to finish him off. I could have done the first special one more time to finish it off, but since he was stunned, I went ahead and did the combo. So now I know if, aside from a few champs, I can do the All or Nothing node with Hyperion. Just keep spamming that first special because it doesn't generate a whole lot of power, but you can get a lot of stacks of Incinerate and finish off the fight without taking them 2-3 bars of power. So got Thor here, who's pretty easy fight. I'm not looking forward to Thor Ragnarok being on defense. I have a good feeling of where he would be placed if he's put in defense. But you see I pushed to the regen. I can't remember if I guess I probably use Hyperion for the next fight. I actually can't remember what all happens in this war. See, I fire off that second special. I prefer to evade the first special. I mean, I can evade the second one and attack, but I don't like doing that just in case I mistime the second part of it and get hit by the hammer, or if I'm too far away and get parried on the way back in or something like that. So I'd just rather bait out the first special. So who is up next? So we have Iceman up next, and going to use Hyperion, yes, for this fight. The problem though is I can't use my first special because well, it's not that big of a problem, but it would be nice if I could use my first special. But since he is Incinerate immune, then it wouldn't do hardly any damage. There is Strike Back on this, so that's why I'm not using specials when he has close to 2 bars of power or more. So bait out that second special. One thing I do like about baiting out the second special, besides it being easier to evade, it does get rid of that ice armor. I do actually have a bit of trouble evading it sometimes. I guess I'm dashing back a little bit too early, and I end up blocking the ice blast or whatever you want to call it, that part there. And there has been a time or two where I dash back too early from the ice missile, whatever you want to call it, and I end up getting hit by it. But the funny thing is, it doesn't actually touch you, but since you're not blocking, it lands a few feet in front of you, you still get hit by it. It's weird. So up next we have the bleed node, and I see it's Hyperion. If I had more health left on Iceman, I could have used him, but figured I'd go in and keep him power drain, get to the power lock, and apply that. So doing very short combos until I get to 2 bars of power. Once again, I shouldn't have ended that with a medium attack. I should have just did the light attack, and then I could have did the power drain as well. But the good thing is he did fire off that second special, because I have had times where, you know, you power drain them or you power lock them and thinking that they would use their special before the power lock runs off, and they don't, and now you're either they end up pushing to 3 bars of power, or you're still trying to bait out that first or second special. So that's why I like to power drain and as well as power lock. So you see I did get comboed, to dash back a little bit too early, just trying to evade some hits, and but able to finish him off right there. So up next we have the mini boss. I was waiting to see which one to go to, and they're almost done taking down that Cyclops, so I go to this Mordo here, and yeah, it didn't go too well using Dormammu. Of course, the plan is to get to 2 bars of power and then power lock them. One thing I don't like about fighting against him in in player versus player is the Mystic Dispersion. So trying not to trigger Mystic Dispersion, whereas when you currently we're fighting against him, he's the mini boss from map 5 in Alliance Quest, so you don't have to worry about dexterity, you just fight and evade. So I really wish they would remove that buff from dexterity, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be happening anytime soon. You see I go ahead and push him to 2 bars of power. And did I use Iceman for For some reason, I was thinking I used Iceman earlier, and he was low on health, but maybe I was just saving him for this fight. Like I said, this was a few days ago, like 6 days ago or something like that, maybe? I can't remember. 3 days ago, 4, whatever the case is. Anyways, I got hit by a couple of third specials, but like I said, it doesn't matter. He has that ice shield. One of the things I really love about using Iceman, you see, I don't even care about pushing him to 3 bars of power. I did want to land a heavy attack before those 4 charges fell off though, so waited for the power gain to trigger and then went ahead and activated that. Sometimes coming out of the special I will fire off my first special, just because for Mordo he does like to dash in right away, and got a little bit carried away. I didn't have the cold snap up when I hit him while he was stunned, but we did end up winning this war. It did cost us heavily. You'll see that they got way more defender kills than we did, but they placed a much harder defense than we did. We went for diversity, they went for strength. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this war. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.